Welcome everyone. We have the Mafex Black Panther. This is their 1.5 version, and this is number 230. So this is basically a reissue with improvements and added accessories for their original release. This guy's got a really big window packaging, and he's got a inner clamshell. So we got a lot of glare coming off the box. So let's go ahead and get into the outer packaging so we can talk about the figure in more detail. So we've got a good photo of the figure. And I don't know if this is a new head or it's the old head with different paint, but the likeness is going to be quite a bit different. On the top, we've got the Infinity Saga. On the side, we've got some more photography. On the other side, we've got a full body shot. On the bottom, we've got UPC, a bunch of legal details. There is a hologram on the bottom. And on the back, we got some really nice photography of Black Panther in his throne. So let's go ahead and get him out of the package. There's a couple levels in the clamshell. You are going to get a little pouch for this Medicom certificate of authentication. There is a back tray that has all the fists and a stand. And that is our figure with his spear, his head that just fell out, and his smaller ceremonial spear. So that's it for the packaging. So here we have him out of the package, and his throne is quite ornate. It also has a decent bit of heft to it. Like, this isn't really heavy, but it's not light either. So this is a good bit of plastic that's involved. There is quite a bit of line work, and they've done some clever things to kind of give this more texture. You know, obviously there's this silver texture, but there is some black and brown line work to kind of bring out the details. Not really a wash, I would say. Actually, it might be somewhat of a wash. It's kind of difficult to tell exactly how they achieved this, but it looks really nice. The lettering looks really nice. It is raised. It's not just tampoed on. Base is pretty plain, but on the back we've got the same sort of painting and detailing, and this throne just kind of gives it a very premium, more premium than normal for a premium Medicom figure. For accessories, again, he's got his spear. There is some blue paint on here, and that looks really nice. He's got his smaller spear, and again, we've got some paint on here, and it is very well done. He's got a couple head sculpts for the mask. One version you can see his eyes. The other version you can't. And he has a separate neck piece so that you can have a look where his mask is down and you can see more of his neck, whereas with his mask on, his neck is fully covered. He also has a lot of hands, so his default hand is kind of relaxed. He's got a set that's more splayed out, a set that is definitely doing a claw motion, a set that's a little bit more expressive, a set that's kind of relaxed and expressive, hands that can hold his weapons, and just straight closed fists if you want that look. For details, yeah, the head sculpt is, or the likeness more so, is definitely much improved over the original. And I think it's difficult to talk about this figure without bringing out the original. So the original isn't bad per se, but the skin tone could be better. The likeness is there, but it's just better on the new version. The body is also different in some places. It might just be paint. Now that I look at it closer, it seems to be the same sculpt. It's just paint is a little different. You know, all of it's very subtle, but it's just different for different sake. Like the blacks, the trim, the line art is a little different. The original, the silver is a bit more shiny, and on here it's a bit more not as shiny, more like a steel look, where this looks like polished stainless steel. That's pretty much the biggest differences. There is something about the texture, like the texture seems to be like, this seems like the same body, but the texture is more defined on this one. So they may have gone back and redone something. It's really difficult to tell. But like the chest, like if you look at the way the chest is shaped, and like the stomach on the original kind of pokes out a bit more, and on the new one it's sunken in a little bit more. So maybe that center torso piece is different. But yeah, I don't know if this is getting picked up on camera, but the little dimpling of the texture of the suit is just turned up on here. Like if you imagine these were 3D printed, the texture was more defined on this one. So this, yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. But overall, this is the new one definitely knocks it out of the park with the changes. And then for some quick comparisons, here's some more Mafex figures. So we got Captain America. You might want to pair him together. And then we got Marvel Legends, which I also think is a very nice figure, but this figure has pins. You know, they've kind of moved on to a pinless system. Does not have the texture of this Mafex version. And you can see the size doesn't translate as well. But, you know, you're looking at a $20-ish figure, and you're looking at a $70-ish figure, not including the total price, because, you know, this has the throne and everything. So overall, a really great figure. If you've got some Black Panther figures and this is your character, and especially if you care a lot about the actor who portrayed him, this is a figure you should pick up. If you don't have any Black Panther figures from the MCU, this is also highly recommended as the definitive version that gives you the best likeness, definitely the most accessories, best detail, and it's the only one that has the throne. Now, if you've got any of these other Black Panther figures, I would still say consider making this an upgrade. You can't go wrong with it, and it's like noticeably just a much improved figure and just overall amazing, especially with the throne. The throne just adds so much that normally you don't get with an action figure, you know, kind of similar to like the Book of Boba Fett Boba that came with the throne also. So often you don't get accessories like that with figures, and because they're so rare, it's a good opportunity to pick the figure up. so that you can get this definitive version. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And as always, tune into more videos coming up. Thank you.